and enjoy the second looks. I do. Tell them Sophie sent you.
We food critics have to be careful not to reveal our identity in restaurants. We want to be treated like everybody else, no special treatment. Today, I'm trying McDonald's 5 breakfast entrees, each under $1. Scrambled eggs, fresh and fluffy. Hotcakes, light and tender. Egg McMuffin, hot, delicious. And sausage McMuffin with or without egg. Each under $1. For value and taste, I give them all 4 stars.
It's a good time for the great taste.
Oh, Phil.
Of McDonald's.
As the countdown to opening day continues, watch Newscenter 6 Sports at 6 and 10 for the latest on what's going down with the Chicago Cubs.
Join Tom for the Chicago Cub Reports. The Tonight Show at 10:30.
Your favorite Thursday night shows will return next week at their regularly scheduled times. Now, stay tuned for the television event of 1985, A.D.
The power of love, the force of evil, a world premiere miniseries, A.D. The years following the death of Jesus give birth to a new faith.
It's our task to spread the good news.
The followers of Christ are led by Peter.
In the name of the Lord, rise.
He makes the blind see and the lame walk. Praise to his name!
We've had enough of these false prophets.
Saul opposes the new religion.
Arrest the whole assembly!
Struck blind and then miraculously healed, Saul becomes a Christian and changes his name to Paul. A.D. The savage spectacle of Rome's brutal persecution of the new Christian faith. And the story of Caleb, the Hebrew warrior, arrested and jailed, his family taken prisoner, and most of them killed by the Romans. His only surviving sister, Sarah, sent to Rome as a slave.
My gift.
Valerius, a loyal centurion, is drawn to Sarah and falls in love, but is torn between serving Tiberius and the forbidden slave girl.
I've been unable to keep you out of my mind.
And when the emperor grows weak and feeble, an evil menace named Caligula murders him and assumes the throne. Claudius is made the court fool, and a reign of terror begins, snaring all in its web.
I want you to buy something for me.
Valerius secretly buys Sarah,
Sold to that gentleman there for 1,000 sesterces.
has her set free, and then takes her as his wife. Caleb ventures to Rome searching for Sarah, and trains to become a gladiator under a brilliant master. Corinna, disowned by her father, also joins the gladiators, and with Caleb must fight for her life. A palace revolt condemns Caligula, and a new ruler emerges.
Not me.
Hail Claudius, Emperor of Rome!
His adulterous wife plots against him.
All of Rome will know that we are to be married.
I want their immediate arrest and their almost immediate execution.
Claudius's son is heir to the throne, but Claudius remarries.
The whole point of power was to be able to break the rules.
And when his new wife poisons him, she names Nero, her own son, emperor. But love creates a powerful alliance when two enemies join forces in the fight against Roman cruelty. And now, the conclusion of A.D., the ultimate test of faith.
Shove them in the arena. That's a part of the game.
The final battle between good and evil, and the passions that will destroy an empire.
You will see, and you Rome!
The television event of 1985, A.D.
To me, beauty isn't something you put on. It's something you bring out. My wife does that great. Look at her hair. It's shiny and healthy looking, but not fancy.
Ivory shampoo and Ivory conditioner don't have lots of fancy ingredients your hair doesn't need. Ivory is simply made to clean gently and condition gently to help keep your hair healthy looking. Together, they leave your hair looking soft and naturally shiny. Not fancy. It's Ivory.
I love the way her hair looks when it shines in the light like that. Not fancy, just fabulous.
I say you're working harder with your cleanser than you would with Comet.
I don't think so.
Let's prove it.
Okay.
All right?
I'm willing.
Let's test it together on a tough, greasy food stain. 10, 11, stop.
How about that? My cleanser didn't do anything, and the Comet did. Remove the stain. Good thing I didn't bet you. Ah.
The gold one. Let's give it a shot. We'll give it another 12. What happened?
Well, it cleaned a little bit, but it didn't remove it. This one had 24 strokes on 2 different cleansers, and it did not do the job that Comet did.
Comet puts more power behind every stroke.
Imagine the pleasure of Folgers rich mountain-grown coffee. Now imagine it decaffeinated. Introducing Folgers new decaffeinated coffee. The only decaffeinated coffee with Folgers' enticing mountain-grown aroma. That superb mountain-grown blend. That delicious mountain-grown flavor. Outstanding. The pleasure of Folgers, now decaffeinated. Imagine that.
Who says new Liquid Tide cleans some of your toughest stains better than any other liquid? You do. And in nationwide tests, hundreds of you proved it. So did Judy Neese of Palos Verdes, California.
Liquid Tide is unbelievably clean, and my liquid is horrible. If I wouldn't have done it myself, I would never have believed it. The Liquid Tide got all of the stains out on both the grass and the blood. My detergent didn't do anything. I just love this Liquid Tide. I can't believe it.
You can say new Liquid Tide cleans better because you can see it cleans better. See for yourself.
You push yourself as hard as you can to do what's best for your body. And the more you push, the more you sweat. You need the best deodorant soap you can get.
Give your body the best with Safeguard.
I've used other deodorant soaps, and none of them are as good as Safeguard. Only fresh-smelling Safeguard has a combination of rich, thick lather and unbeatable deodorant soap protection.
Give your body the best, give it Safeguard.
What makes crispy, crunchy, delicious fried chicken? Crisco Oil. You serve to crisp that chicken. Crisco Oil fries up chicken with a crispy, crunchy crust. Crunch that drumstick.
That juicy flavor.
And that juicy goodness stays inside. With Crisco Oil, you get crispy, crunchy, delicious fried chicken. And it's not greasy.
Start to crisp that chicken. Crunch that drumstick. That juicy flavor.
Crisco Oil makes your chicken crispy, crunchy.
It's called Grand Am.
Grand Am.
It's a true driver's coupe, and it's all new.
Grand Am.
But better than that, it's from Pontiac.
Grand Am.
And you know what that means.
We build excitement.
AD will return following these messages.
It's Action Friday when an all-new Knight Rider discovers some hot weapons.
Oh, dear.
And on an all-new Half Nelson, you
just won't believe this.
Rocky gets a workout that's just murder. Then on Miami Vice.
He's crazy, wild and crazy.
It's a game of high stakes and high seas action Friday.
Newscast will be 5 minutes before the hour.
And that's tonight's wrap-up. Stay tuned. No matter how hard you look, there's only one place to get all the Quad City news you want. And now the Quad City Times has added even more Quad City news than ever. No matter where you live in our Quad City area, you need the Quad City Times, now more than ever, because we're all in this together.
Play lucky numbers in the Quad City Times. Win money and daily grand prizes. The Midwest's most exciting newspaper.
Where do you want the pony?
Welcome to the world of Jayco.
When you're a Jayco family, you're free to roam, yet take along all the comforts of home with your Jayco tent camper. Travel trailer, fifth wheel, mini motorhome. Jayco RVs are built by Amish craftsmen with attention to detail that gives new meaning to quality and value. For a lifetime of good times, see your Jayco dealer today.
See the Jayco at Thompson & Sons Trailer Sales, Highway 61, Davenport.
News Center 6, tonight at 10.
We continue with A.D., starring Anthony Andrews, Philip Sayre, and Cecil Humphreys.
When the engineers set out to develop this new Pontiac, their goal was clear. Combine a standard 2.5-liter fuel-injected engine and 5-speed gearbox with superb over-the-road performance and response. The result, the new Pontiac Grand Am. A true driver's coupe from America's road car company.
We build excitement. Pontiac.
On a quiet corner, behind a quiet door, there are big surprises growing at the Hallmark Easter store. Cards for joyous Easters in colors fresh and true. Cards bright as Easter eggs in pink and gold and blue. Greetings mad and merry or soft as bunny tails. Cards that reach across the miles to sing like nightingales. When you care enough to send the very best, come find these cards and more behind the quiet entrance to the Hallmark Easter store.
Put on the power of sheer energy. Put on the power of sheer energy. And work all day to leave your legs as lively as can be. So put on the power of sheer energy.
The power of sheer energy pantyhose comes from special springy fibers that massage and soothe your legs. Energy you can feel to put on the power, day and night.
Put on the power of sheer energy.
Sheer energy pantyhose from Legs.
Cheddar. Mozzarella. Swiss. American. Monterey Jack.
The great cheeses of America are on parade now at your grocer's dairy case. March on down and enter the Great Cheeses of America Sweepstakes. You could fly free on American Airlines for life.
Before she was a legend, she was a woman. Before she faced war, she faced life.
Will you be my wife?
Torn between the two men she desired and the destiny she could not deny, she sacrificed everything for those that needed her most. Inspired by the true story, Jacqueline Smith stars as Florence Nightingale, Sunday.
No balloons, no fanfare. Just this news from Lujack Shierbrock. 8.8% financing, and wow, what a selection. Over 100 Chevy Cavaliers and S10 pickups available with 8.8% APR financing. Save up to $2,400 on financing. And with Lujack's selection, you can drive home your savings today.
A deal that needs no fanfare.
At Lujack Shierbrock, we can make it happen today.
Newscast will be 5 minutes before the hour.
And that's tonight's wrap-up. Stay tuned. No matter how hard you look, there's only one place to get all the Quad City news you want. And now the Quad City Times has added even more Quad City news than ever. No matter where you live in our Quad City area, you need the Quad City Times, now more than ever, because we're all in this together.
Play lucky numbers in the Quad City Times. Win money and daily grand prizes. The Midwest's most exciting newspaper.
Where do you want the pony?
Love Boat, weekdays at 3:30 on Channel 6. We continue with A.D., starring Ava Gardner, Anthony Andrews, and Fernando Rey.
I hope you'll be with us later tonight. My guest will be George Siegel, ventriloquist Ray Johnson. Is that right? That's right. And Alice Krieger and, it says Ann.
I'm Bryant Gumbel. Tomorrow morning on Today, on our final day from Italy, we'll talk with the American ambassador to the Vatican, William Wilson.
I'm Jane Pauley. We'll tour Florence with Franco Zeffirelli and take you to the smallest democratic nation on earth, San Marino.
So join us tomorrow morning as we say Arrivederci Roma on Today.
This is NBC News Digest, sponsored by Bud Light. Here is John Dancy, NBC News.
Good evening. The Defense Department says it plans to recover $244 million
which General Dynamics improperly billed to the government. Police in Costa Rica have captured drug trafficker Rafael Caro Quintero after a brief gun battle. He is a prime suspect in the murder of a U.S. drug agent in Mexico earlier this year. A general strike crippled the African nation of Sudan today. Strikers say they plan to keep up the protest until they drive President Nimeri from office. Now, this.
Don't just ask for a light beer. Give me a light. Ask them to bring out their best. Bud Light. Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
Tulane University in New Orleans has dropped men's basketball in the wake of a point-shaving scandal and after learning the coach paid players. I'm John Dancy in Washington. More news later on this NBC station.
If you should ever need new flooring, new carpeting, a new paint job, new furniture, a new stereo system, or just about anything else, you can always find it in the GTE Yellow Pages, the most accurate, most complete listing of businesses around. The official GTE Yellow Pages for life's little ups and downs.
Lawnmower that starts when others fail, hugs sharp corners, and gives a clean, neat cut every time. Get a Lawn Chief mower from your nearby True Value hardware store. You'll find this Lawn Chief 21-inch rear bagging mower with underdeck baffles for better bagging power. And a Lawn Chief 19-inch electric mower with a flip-over handle for easy mowing anywhere. Or get a 3-horsepower engine and rust-proof controls on this Servest 19-inch rotary mower from participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
People's Court, weekdays at 4:30. We continue with A.D., starring Anthony Andrews, Dennis Quilley, and Neil Dixon.
Good evening. This is a News Center 6 update. I'm Paula Sands. 17 years ago today, Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. We'll show you how this anniversary was observed nationally and here at home. What would you do if a loved one was terminally ill? Tonight in our close-up look at the right to die, we'll see how two families made different choices. And News Center's Don Johnson gets himself into a sticky situation when he finds out how they make maple syrup in Jackson County, Iowa.
Nothing could be better for your lawn in the fall, winter, spring, or summer than the dependable Snapper high-vac lawn machine. Snapper, discover the difference.
We'll be here at 10. Hope you can join us.
We food critics have to be careful not to reveal our identity in restaurants. We want to be treated like everybody else, no special treatment. Today, I'm trying McDonald's 5 breakfast entrees, each under $1. Scrambled eggs, fresh and fluffy. Hotcakes, light and tender. Egg McMuffin, hot, delicious. And sausage McMuffin with or without egg. Each under $1. For value and taste, I give them all 4 stars.
It's a good time for the great taste.
Oh, Bill.
Of McDonald's.
We know most of you folks have worked all year.
Yes.
That your paychecks have been assaulted by every kind of tax they can think of.
Yes.
But it's tax refund time.
Yes.
When your check comes, we say, make the investment of your life in a waterbed from Happy Jacks. Like the Malibu, $188 with free sheets and pillowcases. Free. And the beautiful Claremont, a $500 value, now $348. Free sheets and pillowcases. Layaways, no money down in 90 days, interest free at Happy Jacks.
News Center 6 Sports, weeknights at 6 and 10.
Tomorrow morning, join Bryant Gumbel and Jane Pauley on today's final day in Rome. Meet the American ambassador to the Vatican, William Wilson, and tour Florence with Franco Zeffirelli. You'll also visit the smallest democratic nation on earth, San Marino. It's Arrivederci Roma tomorrow morning on Today.
Time is against him. Lives depend on him. A Nazi madman stands in his way. But the murder of the century must be stopped.
You will hang for this! Get off the train at once!
NBC presents Richard Chamberlain in Wallenberg, a hero story. Monday.